My name is John Dada, and I work with Fantsuam Foundation in Kafanchan, Kaduna State, Nigeria.
First off, John, describe to me Kafanchan.
Kafanchan is an old railway junction that's fairly popular in Nigeria. It is a local government headquarters. It's called the Jema Local Government Headquarters, and it is located between Abuja and Jos. It has 3 tertiary institutions. It has a huge central market, and it is a kind of confluence for a lot of the communities around. It has a resident population of maybe 20,000–25,000 people.
During the 2011 elections, there were clashes between Christians and Muslims in the town.
Unfortunately, the 2011 elections took on a religious undertone, and there was massive violence between the Muslims and the Christians. That led to the destruction of the market, which hurt everybody badly. It led to a curfew that also effectively shut down all economic activities in the town. Fantsuam was very much in the center of this because Fantsuam was like a bridge between the warring communities. We looked after the injured from both sides. We looked after providing feeding and accommodation and so on for people from both sides.
Are there fears that the same thing may happen in the upcoming election?
Very interesting that over the years there has been quite a shift. I think it's war weariness. I think people on both sides are quite tired of the incessant religious attacks. There are more interfaith activities going on now. I do not envisage a Muslim-Christian crisis. It may be an inter-party crisis now because the parties are fairly mixed in terms of religion now.
And let's come back to Fantsuam Foundation. Briefly describe what Fantsuam Foundation does.
Fantsuam Foundation started off as a microfinance organization, which very quickly branched out to other aspects of poverty reduction. It provides education, computer education. It is the only internet service provider in Kafanchan. It has a clinic that provides basic services, primary healthcare services, takes deliveries, provides vaccinations, and so on. It's capable of, it has a 3-bed ward where it can take deliveries and admit overnight, and then makes a referral to the general hospital. But in addition to that is this very unique way of attacking the poverty issue, very integrated. Because when you look at a community, the issues of poverty goes beyond just money in the pocket. There's the public health issue, there's education issue, there's security issue, there's social protection. And you find Fantsuam involved in all of this in each of the communities. This is why virtually every household in the host community of Ban Local has benefited one way or another from Fantsuam Foundation.
Yeah. And you set up with Pam McLean in London, Dadamac, which just describe that, because that's a sort of cloud-based
relationship.
Yeah.
A very interesting relationship with Dadamac. Fantsuam Foundation is one of the components of Dadamac. Dadamac also supports other organizations in Kenya and Ethiopia. And what we do with Dadamac is we have a meeting once a week online when the connectivity permits. Sometimes we have to have this meeting using my smartphone, the Skype on the smartphone, and we type chat. What I try to do is to update Dadamac on the activities of Fantsuam Foundation, and sometimes they do provide very vital interventions. I remember their help in helping to get our Cisco Academy up and running.
You were also describing how they helped you finance part of a tractor.
Yes, we were offered a discounted tractor by the Nigerian government, and we paid a deposit and for about 2 years we didn't hear anything, and suddenly we got a 3-week ultimatum to raise the balance of about £7,000 or lose the tractor. In one of the weekly meetings with Dadamac, I flagged this off, and Dadamac took it up. Pam McLean got in touch with her network, and within the 3 weeks we were able to get this tractor, and this tractor has become one of the most important assets within Fantsuam Foundation now. And right now that tractor is undertaking a defeat project of growing pasture for the Fulani communities, because one of the causes of the crisis is access to pasture and water. And this tractor now is helping to develop a grazing reserve to mitigate that problem.
And you described being one of the only ISP in Kafanchan. I met you last 11 years ago. What's changed in connectivity in Kafanchan since then?
There's one major development since that time, Russell, and that's the presence of optic fiber in Kafanchan now. The optic fiber cable...
Currently you have a satellite dish, don't you?
We do have a satellite dish. Because 11 years ago when you met me, what we were using was a VSAT and a tower. But the subscription fee for the VSAT is very expensive. It's difficult for a rural organization like mine to cope with it. So the most sustainable solution for us would be fiber optic. And since that's within 5 kilometers of our organization, what we need is that
so
last...
MTN fiber runs...
It's an MTN fiber that runs right up through Kafanchan. And if we are able to access that, then our ISP will be up and running. What we do in our ISP at the moment is, number one, we use low-powered computers that do not require a lot of power. So we're able to power these computers using solar power. So that helps to take care of the issue of power for us. We have a backup of a diesel generator. The grid isn't very reliable. So between our diesel generator and the solar power, we're able to provide services 24/7. And our students are able to have regular classes because we have this low consumption computers in the class, which we bought from Invenio. And that serves our purpose very well.
And who would be the customers for a broadband service in Kafanchan?
Very interesting in Kafanchan now. There's a growing middle class of white-collar jobs and medium businesses. There's the police, there's the hospitals. All these establishments require internet access. Students in secondary schools are now required to register online. A lot of them are having to use dongles to access, which is not very reliable. Some of them have lost job opportunities because they are not able to access information in good time.
So there's 3G mobile services, data services.
Yes. There are 3G mobile services. The problem is the quality of service. My organization, for example, is subscribed to all the 4 networks, and sometimes all of them are down. There's nothing you can do about that.